We're going to start on our backs with the bolster the same length as our spine. So place your sit bones right up against it. And then just allow your body to soften down. Arms extend out wide. Palms facing up. Draw the soles of the feet together. Let the knees open up wide. If you need some support underneath your knees, you can place a block there or a rolled up blanket. But then allow everything else to settle into the bolster. Spine feeling fully supported. Close your eyes. And begin to take your attention from the external world to the internal world. One of our greatest tools for making that transition is to watch the breath. And just watch the rise and fall of the belly for a few moments here, tapping into your personal rhythm today. Is the breathing slow? Is it quick? Or is it somewhere in between? And after a few rounds of watching the rise and fall of the belly, does it want to naturally grow? Maybe from belly into ribs, exhaling belly, then ribs. A few rounds of feeling how the rib cage widens out to the side to make room for more air. Noticing how the contraction at the abdomen at the start of exhalation slightly lifts the pelvic floor. And notice also as you engage the movement of the ribs, how the heart begins to free up. There's a little more space in there for the lungs to expand. And so the breath naturally wants to grow deeper from the belly now into the rib cage and then into the chest. You feel a widening or spreading sensation through the sternum, through the chest. And then in the exhalation, again, it's contraction of the abdomen. Rib cage will naturally come closer together. And the chest will soften here. So a few rounds of this 3-part breath. And as you're breathing slow and deep like this, if you want to add in that ujjayi sound, ocean wave, or whisper type sound to the breath, bring that into your practice now. Remember, it's the same action that you would make in the throat and mouth that if you were fogging up a mirror, except you do it with the mouth closed. And that soothing sound is a very important tool for us in our practice to make sure that we remember that we are breathing. We can tell our intensity, if it gets too loud or too quiet. And it also warms the breath, so it makes it assimilate deeper into the body more quickly. Now, when you get to that full part of the 3-part breath and the breath moves into the chest, can you feel an extra moment at the top of the inhale where you pause? And notice how the pause expands outward. So there's almost like a feeling of expansion even though no breath is entering. And then exhalation, belly, then ribs, then chest. I'll do that again. You'll inhale, full breath in, and when it gets to the chest, at the top of the inhale, you're just bringing in a very soft, subtle pause, nothing with any strain. And as you hold in, can you sense that there's a feeling of expansion happening even though no breath is entering? And exhaling, of course, whenever you need to, and continue that on your own. And as you tap into that feeling of expansion, can you notice that it seems to come outward from the heart center? That we pause at the top of inhalation, but the expansion happens in 360 degrees of direction. And they've measured the electromagnetic energy of the heart, and they can test it to be somewhere around 20 to 30 feet away from us. They can pick up our own electromagnetic field from the heart center, that far away, again, in all directions. So this very powerful instrument inside the body has the capacity to reach beyond just their physical form. And as you pause at the top of inhale and you feel that expansion, can you also feel it moving down through the arms and into the hands and fingertips? So many healers are well aware that the feeling that we understand, or the communication that's happening when we're doing body work, is very much connected to the heart center. That we receive the messages from the fingertips, they return to the heart, and then the action, the empowered action for healing, goes from the heart back out through the arms into the fingertips. And these are the tools, particularly the hands, are the tools with which we've been given to work in the world. All the fine motor movement. That can be as simple as shaking someone's hand, to using the hand to draw an amazing piece of art. And all of that having a direct link to the heart center itself. So 2 more breaths here, just like this, working with that pause, feeling the energy. And then we're going to rest here on our backs and just gently bring our hands together in front of the heart, letting the thumbs touch the sternum. Hands into Anjali Mudra, prayer position, chin down, lengthen the back of the neck. So it feels like you're bowing your head to your hands. And we'll set the intention for the practice today to be to work with the heart center, but including these extension areas of the shoulder, the chest, the shoulders, the arms, and the hands. And loosening this area up, particularly if we find that there's tension in there. And remembering that these are instruments that we've been given to do our work in the world. And one of the most interesting things I think about the heart center when we come to some of the psychology of it within the chakra system is this idea that there is independence in action. We don't need the approval of other people to know what the messages from our heart are telling us, and that it's our duty to perform those with or without approval, with or without someone else's judgment. And so there's really that independence that comes from the higher authority of the heart. So if there's anything in your life that resonates with, that you want to make more personal, state that mentally now. And then place it here within your own heart and surround it with loving kindness. Because as much as it's understood that we can act independently, it's still painful or hurtful if we don't have the support of those around us. And so bring that loving kindness into yourself. Sometimes we won't receive it from those around us. And then place that here in your heart, remembering to be your own best cheerleader. And then release the arms down by your side. And we're going to drag the arms across the floor. So if you can clear some room. You're going to inhale the arms over the head. And then as you exhale, you're going to bend the elbows out wide and try to slide the arms down, bending the elbows in towards the rib cage. Release the fingertips then back down towards the hips and inhale the arms over the head again. So you're taking, almost like you're making a snow angel, arms over the head. Exhale like goalpost arms, bend the elbows. See how long you can do that, how far you can get those elbows into your side. And then just release the hands back down towards the hips. And repeat it again. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, bend, dragging those fingertips across the floor. Elbows pull into the side. Fingers reach then down towards the floor, towards the hips. Inhale, arms over the head. 2 more like this, please. Exhaling. Feel that stretch across the chest, across the shoulders. And 1 more. Very nice. Now this time take your hands and interlace your fingers and push the palms away, and then arms stretch over the head. And then continue to reach those palms away from the tailbone. So think of lengthening the spine. See if you can imagine that there's space opening up between each of the vertebrae, relieving the pressure on the discs. And at the same time too, you're getting this really nice stretch for the wrists. Good. Breathing deeply here. Exhale, remember to take the abdomen back towards the spine. And last breath. Good. Inhale the arms back over the head, which is now here at the chest center, palms facing the ceiling. And then you're just going to release the hands and make small circles with your wrists. So just complete rotations here. Notice if there's any cracking or if it feels like they're a little dry. We're in a Vata transition right now of seasons, so this can be a very difficult time for people. And we want to be extra mindful of our joints. And then rotate in the other direction. And then we'll just release the hands to the knees, guide them into the center, and just roll to your right side into fetal position for a moment. Resting the head on the arm and just letting the spine come back into neutral. One more full breath here. And then push the bolster out of the way and come back onto your back. So on the back, we'll have the feet flat, knees bent. Lightly touch the fingertips with the heels. Arms are down by your side. Press into the feet and very slowly roll up through the spine, 1 vertebrae at a time. Opening up into the chest, and then exhale and slowly roll down, 1 vertebrae at a time, really lengthening the tailbone towards the heels. Repeat that again. Inhale, roll up. Tailbone, lower back, middle back, all the way up to the chest and heart. And then exhale, reversing that. Slowly massage the spine as it releases back into the earth. Good. Inhale the right arm up and over the head. Lift and lengthen through the core. Noticing the shoulder here, and then exhale and slowly roll down, 1 vertebrae at a time. And now we'll do the other side. Inhale, left arm lifts up, rolling up through the spine. And exhale, slowly roll down. Now both arms here, pressing into the feet, both arms reach up and over the head, roll up through the spine. And exhale and slowly roll down. Keep hugging the navel towards the back body for support as you come down. And we're going to do that again with both arms. Inhaling. And exhaling, rolling back down. Now leaving the arms by your side, you're going to roll up through your spine, 1 vertebrae at a time. And now we'll take the shoulders underneath you just a little deeper. So wiggling them underneath you, interlace the fingers into Yoga Mudra. If that's not possible, you're welcome to hold the outsides of your mat and roll the inner elbow up towards the ceiling, trying to hug the shoulders underneath you as much as possible. Now, no matter which position you're in, you're going to press equally into both feet. Think of lengthening the tailbone towards the heels, so create some space there in that lower back. Continue to lift through the heart, opening up as much as possible, but keep a slight lift in the chin so we're not going to overstretch the back of the neck here. So 3 more full breaths, taking out any tension that there might be there in the body. Make this comfortable yet strong. Again, that same quality of the heart, the fearlessness, the courage. Rooted in that deep sense of purpose. Last one. And then shoulders release from underneath you. Come onto the balls of the feet and now just very slowly roll the spine down. And take your time. You can get that little extra height of the heels. You have more room to feel the massage as you release. Good. And then hug your knees into your chest and rock a little bit from side to side on the spine. Now, if you have a strap or some other form of a strap nearby, we're going to use that. You can also modify this without one. So hug your knees into your chest and then keep the right knee in and extend the left leg long. So stretching into the hips a little bit here. As you hug the right knee in, press the left heel away. Feel that stretch in the inner thigh, maybe even the little compression there for the top of the right thigh. And now we'll switch sides. So left knee in, right leg long. Feel that sweet release in the extending leg. Continue to take the knee towards the chest as the right heel pushes away. Is there a difference between the right side and left, especially the inner thigh or the compression of the left thigh? And then switch again. Bring the right knee in. Extend the left leg long. Now we're going to hook the hands underneath the thigh, straighten the right leg, and take it up towards the ceiling. Certainly, if you'd like, you can wrap a strap around your foot, particularly the pad of the foot. Either way, like I said, you can do it without the strap. Lift the heel so that you feel the inner heel reaching up towards the ceiling, and then let the outer pinky side come down. And just be at your capacity. If you need a little micro bend in your knee, take that. That's perfectly fine. Noticing sensation there in the back of the leg, we're going to start to make small circles. Very gentle at first, just easing the body into opening. As the body relaxes, enjoys the stretch, you can deepen the circumference. So just taking slightly bigger circles. And just again, feeling the joint, noticing what it's capable of this morning, what it wants to do. And then maybe going even further, bigger circles than that. Maybe all the way out to the side if that's comfortable. That full rotation. Good, and then we're going to bring the leg back up in the air. Hold as close to the foot or strap as possible. And certainly you can hold on to the back of the calf if you'd like. And then take the right leg out to the side. Left hand is going to hold on to the left hip bone, feeling almost as if you're separating it in the opposite direction. Inner thigh of the right leg opens up here. And continue to breathe into any areas that feel tight. So you can notice that if you breathe right into those areas, sometimes it'll intensify the sensation, and then the exhalation will help to release it. One more breath here. And then we're going to take this across the body. So switch hands on the strap or hold the leg with the left hand, and now take it all the way across the body and reach the right arm out into a T. Gaze over the right shoulder and breathe deeply here. Now, it's a significant twist, so only go to the capacity with which you feel comfortable this morning. Navel's rotating to the right, right shoulder's relaxing, belly button softening. One more breath here. And then bring the head and spine back to neutral. Right leg lifts up in the air. Bend the left knee, foot flat, knee bent. And then if you had a strap, you can release the strap. And you're going to take the right ankle and just place it on top of the left knee. Look between the legs. There's a triangle. Right hand goes through the triangle. Left hand comes around the thigh. Interlace the fingers and now pull the knee into the chest. Keep both feet flexed as you do this. If the right elbow happens to touch the right thigh, you can press it open a little bit more, but without strain or stress. You want the spine to feel fully supported by the earth. Breathe deeply here. So just this little bit of a hip opener, kind of like pigeon pose on your back. Now, as you're breathing into the sensation, on the top of your inhalation, if it feels comfortable, try adding in a little bit of a pause and just notice, experience the sensation that comes as you're holding. Attention right in the center of the sensation. One more. See if it doesn't release some of that sensation, helping it to feel a little more relaxed. And now place the left foot on the floor. Keep the right ankle where it is and use that ankle to guide the knee over to the right side. And we're just going to stretch the outside now of your left hip. Arms can open up wide if you'd like. Breathe deeply here. That outer leg line rarely gets opened and yet can cause a lot of tension for many of us. So just let the weight of the leg do the stretching. No extra pressure is necessary. Feel that whole outer leg line up into the hip and maybe even into the side body. Breathe. One more. And then come back to center. And we're going to do that whole sequence on the other side. So extending the left leg up in the air. You can hook the hands around the thigh. Right leg extends long to the floor. If you have a strap, certainly you can place that strap around the pad of the foot. But we're lifting up through the heel, particularly the inner heel, letting the outer foot come down. Micro bend the knee if you need it. Breathe deeply here. Stay strong in your supporting leg as well, that action helps to stabilize the posture. Mindful where you're directing your breath. And now small little circles with this left leg. Again, start real gentle, real small. Just explore what's in the hip this morning. And then as the body gives you permission by softening sensation, you can go a little deeper, a little wider, and continue to grow those circles at your comfort. And now holding that strap as close to the foot as possible, or you can hold onto your leg, you're going to take the leg out to the side, left side. Right hand hooks onto that right hip bone, so you can almost pull it in the opposite direction. And flex both feet and breathe deeply here. Let the inner thigh of the left leg open up. Release sensation by softening or becoming more relaxed. Last breath here. And now come back to center, and you're going to switch your hand on your strap or on your leg. Take that all the way across the body. And now left arm opens up into a T. Look over the left shoulder and breathe into this twist. So keep grounding your supporting leg, your bottom leg, and then feel your navel rotate deeper to the left. Relax your belly button, relax your left shoulder. Let the twist happen. Breathe deeply. One more here. And then come back to center. Now you're going to bend the right knee, place that foot flat. Release your strap if you had one. Take the left ankle on top of the right knee. Look between your legs, see the triangle, left hand through the triangle, right hand around the back of the right thigh, interlace the fingers and pull the knee into the chest. So what we want to do is keep the spine nice and long, tailbone away from the crown of the head. So try not to pull the tailbone off the earth. And then again, if that elbow happens to touch the thigh and you want to give a little pressure there, that's fine, just being mindful of the knee. And notice sensation. Is there a difference between the right hip and the left? Keep flexing your feet, protecting the knee. And then as you breathe directly into the sensation, at the top of the inhale, bring in that gentle pause. And notice what's happening to the sensation as you hold your attention there. One more like this. Very nice. Now we're going to bring that foot back down to the floor. Keep the ankle where it is and guide the knee over to the left. Arms can open up wide if you'd like. We're just going to stretch this outside leg line, right lateral. Again, you can maybe take notice if right was tighter than left. And where you're going to feel the sensation is unique to each person, depending on where you carry your tension in the body. And then gently come back. Take your time to square off. And we're going to cross our ankles in the air. So crossing the ankles, now hook the index middle thumb around your big toe. So it's almost like you're in a cross-legged seated position. We're going to do some rolling through the spine. It's really important as you do this to keep the spine rounded and the chin tucked so we're not slamming the back into the floor. So you're going to inhale the legs over the head and then roll up into a seated position. And then inhale, roll back. Legs go over the head. Inhale, seated position. And keep going here, rolling back and forth. And what we want to do is get some stimulation to the spine, some of that prana moving a little bit more deeply. Keep going. One more. And we'll roll all the way up into a seated position, and then we'll just take a moment to sit and feel. So notice the sensations in the spine, some of that blood flow, some of that energy. Very nice. So working with the shoulder and arm area, we're going to inhale, reach the right arm up in the air, take your left ear to your left shoulder, and now take this right arm and slowly reach it away, but do this as slow as you can. So feel like someone's pulling your fingers away from you. And then notice the sensation as it changes as you move through different areas of the neck, shoulder, and arm. So somewhere around halfway, keep stretching, keep lengthening. And it's always interesting to see where is the most sensation. Keep going, even if you're getting close to the floor. Keep lengthening, lengthening, lengthening until you can't go any further. Keep reaching, 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 reaching. And then place the hand on the floor. Head comes back to neutral. Inhale the left arm up. Tilt your right ear to your right shoulder. Turn the palm, and now slowly start to reach away. And again, you're lengthening. Feel like someone's pulling that arm out to the side. Keep going. And is the sensation different on this side than the other side? Where do you get that best stretch? Keep going, keep reaching, even as you get close to the floor. See where you can extend through those very sensitive muscles in the neck and shoulder. And you can't go any further. Bring the head back to neutral. Bring the feet flat and knees bent. And we're going to take our hands and interlace our fingers. Then rotate the palms down. So you're keeping them interlaced as much as possible. And as you rotate them down, you might feel some sensation there in the forearms. That's the goal. Now you can start to wiggle your hips forward, deepening that sensation in the forearms. And then whenever it gets to be a lot, just stop and breathe. Notice where that is. Keep relaxing. If you have more room or the sensation's stopped a little bit, you can you wiggle forward a little bit more with your knees. Stop and breathe. And now pull your heart up. Just drag your hands across the mat. And now lengthen the arms so that just the backs of the arms rest on the knees and sit tall. We get so tight in the forearms, and especially now that we've been moving into so much more of a digital experience of life, and our hands, our forearms, all of these areas get really tight. Well, let's come into tabletop position, rolling over the knees. Hands are going to go under the shoulders, knees under the hips, tops of the feet pressed down into the earth. Just 3 rounds here of undulations. Inhale, the heart lifts, sit bones lift. And then exhale, press into the hands, knees, and feet. Pull the navel towards the back body, round the back, open up the back of the heart. Do it again. Inhale, heart lifts, sit bones lift, opening up the front body. Exhale, push down firmly through hands, knees, and feet. Open up the back of the heart. Really stretch in there, back of the shoulders. One more. Inhale. And then open into that back. And the back of the heart has been told to me that this is where we hold how we feel about ourselves and also any of the pain and suffering that's come from judgment of others. So many of us have tension there in the back. Inhale, lift the heart one more time. And now this time we're going to move into downward facing dog. So tuck the toes, lift the sit bones up and back, and slowly reach into the posture. And then if you need to move in the legs a little bit, do that. Bend one knee, press the other heel down. See if you can lift up and back with that sit bone to really lengthen out the leg. And then switch, bend the other knee, press the other heel down. And then just go back and forth a few times. Now have both feet hip distance apart. Rise up onto the balls of the feet, bend the knees just slightly, and then lift your hips as high as you can, and really press your chest towards your thighs. Now notice that elongation of the spine, a little bit of the reduction of the thoracic curve, and then roll your shoulder heads away from your ears, hug your inner elbows toward one another, and press firmly through the web of the index and thumb. And then very slowly start to lower your heels back down towards the earth. At the same time, keep that lift in the tailbone, so don't lose that. As the back of the legs lengthen, opening up the heels into the calves, all the way up into the hamstrings, back up into the glutes. Head and neck is relaxed, so no tension in the neck. Jaws relaxed, face is relaxed. 3 more full breaths here in downward facing dog. And at the top of the inhale, if you want to bring in that soft pause, feel how prana continues to expand outward during the hold. And then remember to exhale with the belly first. 2 more. Good. At the completion of that last breath, come onto the balls of your feet, bend your knees, look at your hands, step forward to your fingertips, and now open your feet hip distance apart, and just hang into standing forward fold. So a little micro bend in the knee here, taking pressure off your lower back.
We're going to do some manipulation here for the arms. So interlacing your fingers into Yoga Mudra, take the knuckles up and away from you and stretch out your shoulders and do some of that flossing of the shoulder blades. So we'll pull the knuckles away and then pull them closer to your sacrum and then pull them over the head again. And keep going back and forth a few times there just to work, again, in between that space in the back of the heart and the shoulder heads. One more here. Good, then take the knuckles over the head, reach as far as you can go, and then slide your hands down the backs of the legs all the way towards the heels. Okay, so we're going to give 3 options for monkey. One is if you're feeling tight this morning, you can just slide your hands up and down your shins, coming up into the posture and sliding back down. Second option is to do that with the index middle thumb hooked around the big toe, and there you'll slide up, holding onto the toes and sliding back down. And the third option is the most deep, and that's to take the left foot lifted up, toes to the crease of the wrist, pad presses into the palm of the hand, and then same thing on the right foot. Lift the foot, hand goes underneath, toes to the crease of the wrist. And then you can do monkey from there. So whatever hand position you're choosing, on your next inhale, pull your chest away from your thighs, straighten your arms, straighten your spine, and only if you can, straighten your legs. Then exhale, pull the belly button in towards the spine, bend knees, bend elbows, relax head and neck. Good, again, inhale, pull away. No matter which position you're in, feel the heart coming forward, the shoulder blades sending back down the base of the body. Exhale, navel in, melt, soften. Inhale away. Exhale. Inhale, pull away. Exhale. Now we're going to add in that pause. So you'll inhale, pull away. Pause at the top of inhale. See if you can still feel some prana expanding, especially into the back of the heart. And then exhale from the belly, fold over the legs. 2 more on your own. It's very personal. Inhale, pull away. Pause. Exhale when you need to. Last one. Good, and then release your hands no matter what position you had. Bring them to your hips and scoop your heart as you slowly come up to standing. Pressing equally into both feet. And now as you get to the top, you're going to roll the shoulders up and back and just massage that area with the rotation. Now go forward, rotating the shoulders there. Now place your hands on top of your shoulders, bending at the elbows, and do full circles here. Full, complete rotations all the way around. Again, loosening those joints, clearing out any extra air that's in there, the vata, and then go in the other direction. And now start to swing the arms back and forth. Just again, loosening that joint. Feet are stable. Navel's in. And now we're going to pump the arms. So you're going to swing them forward, bend the elbows, pump them back. Swing them back, pump them forward. Swing them back, pump them in. Keep going. And so this here, when we do it with the bumping of the elbows, get a little bit more sensation there, particularly in the back of the heart. Navel stays strong. Two more. And we'll let the arms just kind of slowly dangle by your side. And then take a moment just to feel all the energy, all the prana moving through the arms. Maybe some tingling in the fingertips.
checking in with that heart center, that space we've been talking about, from the heart through the arms, through the fingers. Are we enlivening and awakening this area of the body? Okay, so at the front of your mat, we'll do some sun salutations. We're going to do it with some mudra here. So big toes touching, space between the heels, hands together. We're going to hook the thumbs, spread the fingers wide for Garuda Mudra. Inhale, the arms reach up and over the head, opening the heart. And then exhale, continue to reach out as you forward fold over the legs. Release the hands, step the right knee back, lower the knee down, top of the foot. Inhale once again, Garuda Mudra, as you open up through the heart, hooking those thumbs, spreading the fingers. Exhale, step back to plank position. Now we're going to modify the vinyasa here. So bring the knees to the floor, sit bones to the heels, tuck out through the toes. You're going to scoop nose, chest, chin across the earth. Inhaling into cobra, elbows and shoulders pull back. And then exhale, navel up and back for downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward to the fingertips, lower the left knee to the floor, hook the thumbs. Inhale up, low lunge. Spread those fingers wide. Exhale, step the back foot forward, standing forward fold. Hook the thumbs again. Inhale, reach out and up, opening up through the heart. Tailbone absorbs in, lower belly lifts. Exhale, now just hands into prayer at the heart center. Now see if you can hook the thumbs the other way. So inhale, the arms reach up. And exhale, forward fold, lengthen out, stretching through those fingers. Release at the last second, left leg goes back. Inhale again, same way. Open up into low lunge. And exhale, step back to plank position. The modification here, knees to floor. Sit bones to heels like child's pose. You're scooping like you're drawing a marble across the floor with your nose. And then inhale, opening up the heart. And then exhale, navel up and back. Downward facing dog, left leg steps forward. Right knee comes down. Hook the thumbs that same way. Open up. And exhale, step the back foot forward, standing forward fold. Hook, inhale, reach. Push that front body forward. Exhale, hands down the center line to the heart. That's one complete round, so we're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lengthen as you fold. Right leg back, low lunge. Garuda Mudra, inhale. Exhale, plank position. Knees down, sit bones back. Scoop through. Inhaling to cobra. Exhale, down dog. Step right foot forward, lower left knee down. Hook the thumbs, inhale. And exhale, step forward, standing forward fold. Inhale, scoop. Opening up the heart into a back bend. And exhale, hands down the center line to the heart. Try hooking the other way. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lengthen. Left leg back, low lunge. Inhale. Exhale, plank position. Knees down, sit bones back. Inhale, scoop through. Exhale, down dog. Left leg forward, right knee down. Inhale. And exhale, step forward. Inhale, hook. All the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Just one more time. Inhale, reach. Hook the other way. Exhale, lengthen as you fold. Right leg back, inhale. Exhale, plank position. Knees down, sit bones back. Inhale, scoop through. Exhale, down dog. Right leg through. Inhale. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, hook. Exhale, heart. Last time, left side, switch hook. Exhale, fold. Left leg back. Inhale. Exhale, plank position, knees down, sit bones back. Push out through the feet as you inhale. Come through to cobra, open the heart. Exhale, down dog. Left leg forward. Inhale, hook. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, really reach out from the waist as you come up. Open up, slight back bend. Exhale, heart. And now just be here, keeping the hands at the heart or down by your side. Close your eyes. And just take a moment to take in that sensation. Slow the breath back down. Take your time. Let that pumping heart be felt, moving all that oxygenated blood through the body. One more breath here. So here at the front of your mat, bring your hands to your hips, step your right foot back, and then turn your toes in. So you want to have about 2.5, 3 feet, nothing too long. And then the feet are parallel or toes turned in slightly, heels out. We're going to do some dynamic triangle with breath. So inhale the right arm up. Hand that's on the hip, you're going to exhale and push into the hip as you take the body over to the side. Now inhale here. Exhale, lengthen a little further. Inhale, rise up. Switch sides. Exhale the hand to the hip. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, push the hand into the hip, lengthen over to the opposite side. Inhale here. Exhale. Get a little more space. Inhale, come up. And then exhale, switch, left hand down. Inhale the right arm up. Now we're going to change the breathing pattern. Exhale, over to the left side. Inhale here. Pause for just 1 count. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, switch. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale over to the right. Inhale here. Pause for just 1 count, nothing too crazy. Exhale, a little deeper. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, switch. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale over to the opposite side. Inhale here. Now pause for 2 counts. Feel the breath right there on the right side of the body. Exhale, maybe go a little deeper. Inhale, come up. Exhale, switch. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale to the right. Inhale. Hold 2. Exhale deeper. Inhale up. Exhale, switch. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale over to the left. Now this is where it's going to get challenging. You're going to inhale here, pause for 3, and if that's too much, stay with what you can do. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, switch. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale. Inhale. Pause 3. Exhale. Inhale up. And exhale. We're going to just try this one more time for 4. Again, do what you can do. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale. Inhale. Pause 4. Exhale. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hand to hip. Last one, inhale. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale to the right. Big inhale here, pause 4. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, arms by your side, heel toe your feet in, and just take a moment to feel. Again, if it helps, close your eyes and take your attention into the heart, the chest, shoulders, arms, hands, and fingertips. One more breath. Good. At the top of your mat, big toes will be touching, space between the heels, hands together in front of the heart. Inhale, the arms reach up. And exhale, forward fold. Step your right leg back. Stay high on the ball of the back foot. High lunge position, fingers in a finger stand. Press the front shin bone away from the back heel. Now you're going to inhale. Bring your heart forward without taking your left knee over the ankle. See if you can feel how that deepens the stretch there. Now we're going to lift the pelvic floor, lift the core, and round the back slightly as we droop the head. So it's very internal here. Now inhale again. Pull the heart forward. Go deeper into the stretch without bending the front knee over the ankle any further. So you're really using the strength of the back to open. And then exhale, pull the pelvic floor up, pull the navel up, and bring just a slight round to the upper back. 3 more like that, please. Inhaling, exhaling. As everything pulls forward, notice where that stretch is felt. Exhale, engage. Inhale. As you do that exhale, it's almost like performing those 3 bandhas. Mula, Uddiyana, and Jalandhara Bandha, the 3 locks deep within the system. One more. Good, now wiggle your back foot back as far as it'll go. And we're going to lower the knee down. So if you want extra padding, just flip your mat over. And now you're going to lean into that front leg like you were before and heel toe your foot to the outside of the right wrist. And bring the knee down for pigeon pose. With the back toes tucked under, lift the back heel, lift the back knee, and let the hips fall into place. Now hands on either side of the hips or knee. We're going to have the fingers in a finger stand. So you're going to inhale, lift the heart like you're coming into a back bend, and then we're going to bend the elbows out wide and bring the heart towards the earth, not going all the way down. Do it again. Inhale, lift the heart forward. You can walk the fingers back a little bit if you need to, opening up into that back bend. Exhale, bend the elbows out wide. Bring the heart forward. Inhale, lift back up into the back bend, open up, almost like we're doing undulations for the spine here. Exhale, bend the elbows, let the heart come down. Now we're going to inhale one more time, open up. And this time we're going to exhale and go all the way down, softening into the forward fold. Now, if that back toe is still tucked under, you can place the top flat. You want to try to make sure those hips are balanced so that you're not feeling sensation in one side over the other. Then hands slide underneath the shoulders, tuck your back toes under, and now take the left leg all the way up in the air. Rotate the ankle in one direction, then rotate the ankle in the other direction. And then bring both feet to the floor, downward facing dog. One more breath here. And we're going to step the right foot forward to the fingertips. So try to get it all the way up there. You know, if you have to pick the ankle up and place it there, that's perfectly fine. Have a nice long stance here, fingers in a finger stand. So runner's lunge. Press the shin bone away from the back heel. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to pull the heart forward. Even if you don't get that much movement, that's okay, without bending the front knee any further. So we really were pulling from that full front line of the body. And then exhale, lift the pelvic floor, lift the core towards the back body. Let the head and neck soften for a moment. And repeat that again. Inhale, heart comes forward. Without bending that front knee any further, can you pull the sternum through? And then exhale, and it's the pelvic floor lifting, the core lifting up, the head and neck softening. Inhale again. Very subtle deepening. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more on your own. Now, when you finish that last one, we're going to inhale forward again. And you're going to wiggle those back toes as far as you can. Now, we're going to bring that knee to the floor. So if you need to flip the mat over, place that underneath the knee. That's perfectly fine. And then we're going to heel toe this right foot across the left wrist and bring the knee down. And it's okay if that shin bone angles. Tuck the back toes under. Straighten the back leg for a moment. Let the hips fall into alignment. Then lower the knee down. And you can either keep the toes tucked or place the top of the foot down. Fingers in a finger stand besides the knee or hip. Inhale, the heart opens up. Exhale, you're bending the elbows out wide and dipping the heart forward towards the earth. Repeat it again. Inhale, moving into the back bend of Kapotasana, which is its true variation. And then exhale and feel the heart coming forward as we move into more of a forward bend. Good. Again, inhale. Really pull that front body open. Exhale. One more now. We're going to inhale, lift, and lengthen as much as you can. And then we're going to walk the arms forward and come into the forward fold. Again, if that top foot's not grounded, you might want to place it down now, but make sure the foot doesn't sickle in, and make sure the hips feel balanced. You're not pressing into one thigh over the opposite hip or vice versa. And we'll slide the hands back under the shoulders, tuck the back toes under, and then lift the right leg all the way up in the air. And extend through the ankle. Begin rotations in one direction and then the other. And then find both feet flat, both knee, hands grounded into the earth. Hip, sit bones lifting up and away for downward facing dog. And one more breath here. Come onto the balls of your feet. Bend your knees, look at your hands, step or lightly hop your feet forward. Inhale halfway to monkey pose. Again, pulling that sternum forward, shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, forward fold over the legs. And then inhale, lift and rise. Arms can reach out from the side or forward and up, whatever's more comfortable. Palms over the head. And then exhale to the heart. And we'll just take a moment in Samastiti here. Feet hip distance, arms by the side, just to feel. What's changing? How's the body responding? So when we work with the area of the heart, we're also working with an energy called pranvayu. That's an uplifting energy, but it's also internalizing. And I think that really links to this intention today, this idea of increasing energy, of uplifting energy, of having that enthusiasm and that motivation for growth and change. But at the same time, it comes from internal. It's not an external pleasing. It's not an external performance. It's whatever aligns with our own hearts. And this particular energy helps that to manifest. So we're going to work with that a little bit more here for a chair, but if you want to use your block and place it between your inner thighs, make it a little more stable for chair today so that we don't have to worry so much about the legs and we can concentrate more on the heart. Internal rotation of the thighs. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, sink into chair. So inhale, lift the heart just a little bit higher, elongating the waist. Now exhale, keep the knees bent and forward fold over the bent legs. And then inhale your arms behind you like wings. So spread the palms wide, stretch through the fingers and shoulders. And then exhale, bring just the arms through. And it's an inhale as you lean back in a chair, keep the knees bent, open the heart, feel the back bend. Now again, exhale, contracting that abdomen, folding over the bent knees. Inhale the arms behind you like wings and really stretch. Exhale, just the arms come through. Inhale, lean back in a chair, open the heart. Good, keep going. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Deepen the back bend. 2 more. Squeeze your block for support. On the last one, as you come into chair, slowly straighten the legs, and then exhale the arms out wide, down by your side. Hold the block there in between the legs for just a moment to feel all that grounding and stability. Wide open heart. Okay, so release the block. Big toes touching, space between the heels, hands together in front of the heart. Inhale, the arms reach up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway to monkey pose. Hands can be on the shin or floor. Exhale, step or lightly hop back to plank. You can lower the knees or keep them lifted for chaturanga, squeezing the elbows tight into the side. Inhale into cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. So coming onto the balls of the feet, inhale the left leg up. And now swing that leg all the way through to the fingertips. Long stance, so heel to arch alignment. Come up through warrior 1. Open hip and shoulder to the right for warrior 2. So the stance is long. Front knee is bent in alignment with the ankle, but not beyond it. Inhale the arms out wide here. And you're going to exhale, let the left forearm come down to the thigh and sweep the right arm up and over the head. Now we'll stay here in the extended side angle. Tailbone absorbing into the body, lifting the lower belly, elongating that lateral. Option 1 is to take the right arm behind the back and just place the hand on the sacrum. Squeeze the right shoulder open a little more. Option 2, this right hand comes around and grabs onto the front of your left thigh. That binds the shoulder open. It's a little bit more significant. Option 3, we're going to take a full bind. So the left arm goes underneath the leg, fingertips grab, staying here, leaning the shoulders back. Breathe deeply. No matter which position you're in, continue that even inhale, even exhale. Two more. Now reach the right arm up in the air, pull up through the heart, back hand to thighs, straighten the left leg, look at the left palm and open up into reverse warrior 2. And then slowly release the fingertips to the floor, pinwheeling them down, pivot on the ball of the back foot, and then step back to downward facing dog. Notice right side versus left, breathe here. Let's do the other side. Feet together, balls of the feet. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale the left heel down. Inhale the right leg as high as you can. And now you're going to swing that foot through to the fingertips. And remember that it's a really long stance here. So heel to arch alignment. Come up through warrior 1. Open hip and shoulder to the left for warrior 2. So deepen the stretch. Move that front knee in alignment with the ankle, but not beyond it. Inhale the arms long here. Exhale, right forearm to the thigh. Inhale the left arm up and over the head. So we've got that nice long line from the outside of the foot to the fingertips, grounding into the foot. You can just stay here. Make sure this bottom shoulder is not sinking, so you're pressing down firmly into the thigh. If you want, you can turn the hand and just place the hand on the sacrum, and you have to actively pull that left shoulder open. If you can get the hand bound to the front of the right thigh, then the thigh kind of holds the shoulder open, so the bind is there. Breathing, find that peace. If you want to go one step further, you're going to go into the full bind. So right arm goes under the leg, fingertips grab, and then lean the shoulders back. Breathing deeply here. Two more. Now we're going to lift that left arm up, push into the legs, straighten the front leg, backhand to thigh, turn and look that right palm, reverse warrior two, we're straightening the leg. And this time as you pull up, turn the toes in, we have a little bit of a wide stance, so slightly heel toe them in, hands to hips, feet are parallel. Inhale, lift the heart, stretch through the front body. Exhale, lead with the heart, forward fold. Slide your hands down your legs. All the way to the ankles, do that a couple times. Okay, so you might want to shorten your stance even more, so you're only at about 2.5, 3 feet. Bend the right knee and grab onto the right ankle with the left hand. Now, option number 1 is to just reach that right arm up in the air from here. That's perfectly fine. And you can start to straighten out the right leg as you feel comfortable. Option 2 is to take the right arm through the hole between the left arm and leg, and now grab for the opposite ankle. Now you can bend your knee as much as you need to in order to grab it. Then the head goes through that hole as well. So you want to have your head in between your arms. And now if you feel comfortable, start to pull the elbows apart. Wait for the body, listen to when it wants you to go a little deeper, and then pull a little further. Keep allowing that twist to open up at a normal pace, at a natural pace. Don't force it, keep relaxing. One more. And then gently unwind back to the center. Fingertips can just line up with the toes, bend the elbows through the legs, crown of the head is relaxed. Make sure you're not sinking your weight into your heels here. Come forward just slightly in the balls of the feet. Okay, we're going to do the other side. So bend your left knee, grab onto your left ankle with your right hand. Again, option number 1 is to just let that left arm open up here. And then with your comfort, you can start to straighten the left knee. But otherwise, option 2, you're going to take the arm through the hole between the arm and leg, bend the opposite knee, and reach for the opposite ankle. Head has to stay through the arms. That's key. Now you can just acclimate there. That might be enough just to stay for a few breaths. Let the body soften into it. It's kind of an awkward posture. But then if the body starts to open up for you, you can bend the elbows away from one another and deepen the twist. And you may want to move with your breath here a little bit too. So unwind a little on inhalation and then deepen the twist on exhalation. And in addition to loving this deep abdominal twist, I also appreciate the opening of the shoulder blades, the back of the heart here. Again, that area where so many of us have knots.
pent-up energy or emotion. Just a few more. And then gently unwind, come back to center. Again, line your fingertips up with your toes, bend your elbows through your legs, and let the crown of the head hang. And then turn your toes out, heels in. Come down into a nice deep squat.
So elbows on the inside of the knees. Spread the knees wide with your palms as you press them into prayer at the heart. And then close your eyes. Just feel all of your energy settling. All the space we've created in the hips and the heart today. One more breath here. And then bring your hips down to the floor. Bring the soles of your feet together. And if you want to scoot your hips forward or prop your sit bones up on a blanket, that's perfectly fine. And then hook the index middle thumb around the big toe and just sit tall for a few moments. Sternum pulling forward through the shoulders, chin in. Spine nice and long. Feel the freedom with which you have now to lift the heart. And we're going to go back to the breathing we were doing throughout the practice of pausing at the top of inhalation. So take a deep inhale here. And now just pause for 2 counts. And exhale. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, breathe in. And pause for 2 counts. Just simple pause. And exhale. And you can certainly stay there, but if you want to grow the pause, I want you to do it at your own pacing. But as you pause, no strain. That's the key. And really listen and feel for that spreading sensation from the heart. Grow that pause organically. And just one more. Good. Then we're going to come onto our backs with our feet flat and our knees bent. We're going to do some work here again with the retention and a little bit of the bandhas. So feet as close to the hips as possible. See if you can lightly touch them with your fingertips, arms down by your side. Press equally into both feet as you roll up through your spine, 1 vertebrae at a time. Now stay for the exhale here. So keep the body lifted and exhale all the breath out. Empty as completely as possible. And now hold the breath out as you slowly roll your spine back down, noticing the pelvic floor and navel lift deeply in and up underneath the rib cage. And now take a recovery breath here. Inhale, exhale. And then do it again. Inhale, roll up through the spine. Stay lifted and exhale all the breath out. As empty as you can get, the easier it'll be to feel the suction. Now hold the breath out, don't breathe in. Slowly roll the spine down, lifting the pelvic floor, lifting the navel deeply in and up under the rib cage as you come down. Good, we'll do one more together and then on your own because it's very personal. Inhale, exhale here, get that recovery breath. Good, inhale, roll up. Exhale completely. Hold the breath out, don't breathe in, slowly roll down. Inhale, exhale here, recovery. Good, 3 more please on your own. When you finish, bring your knees into your chest. Rock just a little bit from side to side on your spine. And now take your right arm over your head and just roll over onto your tummy. And we're just going to do a little bit of dynamic cobra. So fingertips lined up with the tops of the shoulders. Spread the fingers wide, hug the elbows in, tops of the feet ground. On your inhale, lift your chest halfway up. Exhale, turn your cheek to one side and come down. Inhale, lift your chest halfway up. Exhale, turn your cheek to one side and come down. Now, we have a lot of space here now, so close your eyes, and as you inhale, just let your body guide you. And exhale. So take the mind, let it go in the back seat, let the body be in control. And just keep alternating one side and then the other. Breath moves you. One more here. We're going to inhale and come up. Keep the eyes closed. And now stay lifted. Exhale. Notice how as you empty of air, you dip down slightly. Inhale. Notice as you fill with air, you rise slightly. Just let the breath move you. One more. And turn your cheek to the right. Come down. Extend your left arm directly out from your shoulder. And then walk your hand up just a few degrees so it lines up with your eyes. Glue your hand to the floor. Don't let it move as you roll over onto your left side into fetal position. Now you can just stay here, resting in fetal, stretching that shoulder. If you have more sensation, bend your top leg behind your bottom leg, foot flat, knee bent. Breathing deeply here.
If you need more sensation, you can bring both feet flat, both knees bent, but pick your hips up and shift them to the left. And now right arm can reach up in the air. Nothing fancy here. Keep the palm facing up. Just take the back of the hand towards the back of the other hand. Breathe. Keep surrendering. And then slowly come out of it, just as slow as you got into it. So take your time here, rolling back into fetal and then back onto your tummy. And let the arm adjust for a minute. It's intense. And then we'll pull that arm in and we'll switch sides. So right arm extends directly out from the shoulder. Look at the hand. Walk it up now so it lines up with the eyes. Glue your hand to the floor. Roll over onto your right shoulder. Just be here for a moment. Fetal position is a great place to be. So if their shoulder's tight, this is fine. Otherwise, bend the back knee. Foot flat, knee bent behind the bottom leg. Or bring both feet down, but you got to pick the hips up and shift them to the right. So that would be both feet flat, both knees bent. And then no matter which position you're in, left arm can lift up, and the back of the hand can float towards the back of the other hand. And just breathe deeply here. One more breath. And now slowly come out. Take your time. Just roll back onto your tummy. Let the arms stretch there just for a moment, relaxing. And then when you feel ready, slide it back in. And we're just going to roll right back onto our backs. So square off to your mat. You can hug your knees into your chest if you want a little bit of massaging there for the spine after that deep twist. And then some Apanasana, hands on knees. Reach the knees away. Exhale, pull the knees back to your chest. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, back to chest. One more. Inhale away. And exhale, back to your chest. And prepare for Shavasana. So final relaxation. If you're in a cooler room, you might want to put some socks and sweaters back on. But also, too, you have your bolster from earlier. So if you want some extra support for your spine, you can place the bolster underneath your knees. And that will just give you just a little more support for the lower back. So extend the legs just a little wider than hip distance apart. Arms are down by your sides, palms face up, just like we were doing earlier on at the beginning of the practice. That external rotation to widen the heart. Shoulder blades tuck underneath you. And then when you're able to settle completely into the earth, just relax. Now, take your attention down into your abdomen again. Just watch the rise and fall of the belly. Don't try to control it in any way. Just let it be natural, just like the rise and fall of an ocean wave. Your unique rhythm, connected to your unique perspective, and your God-given right to individuality.
Now relax the jaw. Let the teeth part slightly. Let the eyes soften into the back of the head. Take out any of the strain or stress of the mind, any chronic thinking, and let it just be at peace. So very slowly begin to deepen your breath. And notice the ease with which the breath comes into the body. All the room in the heart, the shoulders, the arms, the hands, the fingertips. And then lightly rub the thumb across the fingertips. It's to enliven them again, and then wiggle your fingers and roll your wrists. You can wiggle your toes and roll your ankles. And then bring the knees into the chest and just curl over to your right side into fetal position. Arm under the head as a pillow. And place the left hand into the earth and just slowly come back up into seated. Head and neck heavy, eyes closed as you come up. Sit with a tall spine, relaxed body. So bring your attention into the center of the heart. And here see a little bead of light. On the inhalation, allow that bead of light to expand in all directions. 360 degrees. And on the exhale, bring that light back down to a tiny little bead. Again, inhaling, you see and feel the glow from that light reach outward in all directions, expanding brighter, more radiant. And exhale, and coming back and condensing back down to that tiny little bead. A few rounds like this, please. And if you get to the point where you expand so wide that it feels comfortable to pause, feel free to do that and just soak in that energy before beginning your exhalation. Notice at first how this light is directly linked to your breath. But at some point, it begins to have a pulsation of its own that draws the light out and in, independent of breath. And at some point, the need to breathe reduces almost entirely. And just the light and the pulsation remains. Quantity of air drastically reduces, and the sensation becomes the strongest. And then see if you can concentrate your attention directly in the center origin of the light. Just hold your awareness there. Perhaps noticing spontaneous moments of total stillness. And just lowering your chin to your chest. Begin to deepen your breath. And bring your hands to your heart. And let your thumbs touch your sternum. Again, this gesture of bowing to the authority at the heart. And then we'll finish the practice with a chant of Om Soham. I am that. Inhale. Om Soham. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel so that you see all the latest videos that are posted, and share this with any family and friends that you think could benefit. Below in the description is a link to my Patreon account. Sign up for one of those tiers for a monthly donation, and you gain access to our full library of classes, practices, meditations, pranayamas. Thank you so much. Namaste.